Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and you might be wondering what we're doing here today. And mostly, I wanted to give an update about the camel toe picture situation type of deal. I was like, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. The reason we're doing this as a video today, though, the reason you're getting a whole video about my motherfucking camel toe, alright, is because the past couple of days, so basically yesterday, okay, and this is, you're gonna be like, what the fuck does this have to do with your camel toe, Zach? Just hold on. Just hold your fucking horses, okay? Because I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. This is a little bar story time from Zachary Mike today, okay? Or I guess in Amber Lynn's world, we could call it a vlog too, because I'm just sitting here talking at you. But, yesterday, I woke up and I felt this pain, like, right here. Like, right where, like, I guess my diaphragm is. Listen, I did take anatomy and physiology in high school. I sure did. I had to dissect so many animals. We took a field trip to Washington University in St. Was Washington University in St. Louis. We took a field trip there in high school to go look at some fucking cadavers, alright? I was actually so embarrassed on that trip because I fully, almost passed out from the smell of the formaldehyde. It wasn't the, looking at the dead body that shook me to my core, that made me want to vomit. It was just literally the overwhelming smell of formaldehyde. And anyways, so what I'm trying to say is I took one anatomy and physiology class a long ass fucking time ago. So I think this is where your diaphragm is. Isn't your diaphragm right below your lungs? And I think your lungs are right here. So this is where the diaphragm is. Anyways, I got some pain right there. Well, it started out over here and then it shifted over here. And so there's just some pain going on. And I woke up that way yesterday and I was like, "Oh, this isn't great. This isn't great. I hope this goes away." And I got all the way to my my little Twitch stream last night and even accidentally burped on stream. It was so embarrassing. You can see it in the re-upload that will get posted after this tonight. Okay, if you really want to see that embarrassment. And the thing is when I do burp, or if I'm going to be honest with you, fart a little bit, when I do those things, it does feel better. So I'm convinced that I just have some gas buildup. But I was thinking, I would go to sleep, I'd probably fart in my sleep, I wouldn't even know it happened, and I'd wake up and I'd feel better today. And when I tell you, it's not better today, okay? It sure the fuck is not better today. And it's just if I breathe the wrong way, it hurts. If I move the wrong way, it hurts. And I'm just not loving it. I'm sure there's some kind of would Beano, the medicine be helpful in this situation? Maybe some Pepto. I don't know. Listen, what I know is that y'all will probably come to the comments and start diagnosing me and giving me feedback and suggestions. And honestly, I'm not usually a fan of unsolicited advice, but what the fuck am I gonna do? If you got some advice, let me know. Otherwise, it just so happens tomorrow is my annual checkup. I'm actually going to a brand new doctor. Oh my god, do I have to burp? Is this a burp? If I had to burp on camera, I'll burp on camera. If it means that I will feel less gassy. I just feel, I guess, nope, I ruined it. It's not happening. It sure the fuck is not happening. Man, I thought that was gonna be it. I did let out a solid burp earlier, and it really did feel so good. And I feel like it helped the pain for 2 seconds, and then it went right back to hurting. It really did. But I'm going for my annual checkup with my primary care physician tomorrow. So if anything, I'll just maybe ask him tomorrow. I have to say though, I don't really know what to expect with that because if I'm being quite honest with you, the whole time I've lived in Chicago, I've gone to the same primary care physician. But as you know, because you've watched me for years, I'm assuming, I've moved around and around and around and around and around and around. I used to move so often, people would be like, can't you just stay in one place? Like, what is the issue? The issue is that's actually pretty common in Chicago, okay? People move around, at least amongst my friends. Like, I know very few people that have lived in one place for the entire time that I've lived here in Chicago. But I will say, this should be our home for a while, okay? Where I'm at now, it better fucking be our home for a while. Anyways, I live very far away from the primary care physician that I've lived next to or gone to for almost my entirety of being in Chicago. And this year I finally said, you know, it is not worth a nearly hour-long train ride to go see my primary care physician. Like, also, I mean, right now I'm very grateful that whenever I go to the doctor, it's usually just for my regular checkup. But heaven forbid there be anything, you know, like else that happens to me or I get sick in some other way and need to see a doctor. I do not need to be traveling that far just to go get health care, you know? So anyways, I'm going to get checked up yesterday. I don't know much about this man or what he's going to say about my gas issues, if I still have them tomorrow. But what I will say about him is that I put out a call to, like, my friends, and I was like, besties, where should I go for a new doctor in my location, near my neighborhood? I don't need a lot from them. I preferably would like them to be, like, knowledgeable of LGBTQ people, but they don't even have to be gay. And so I did have a friend recommend somebody to me, and I was like, okay, great, wonderful. This person is a gay person. I'm down. Let's fucking go. So I tried to schedule an appointment with that person. And they work for, like, a larger, like, hospital situation type of deal. And so you had to go through this, like, basic-ass little, like, directory thing. And they're like, oh, he doesn't have any appointments available for, like, a year. And I was like, well, damn, back to square one, I guess. And they're like, well, we could try to schedule you with one of our other doctors. Like, what do you need from a doctor? So I was like, oh, like, I need location. Like, I prefer it to be somewhere nearby me because that's the whole reason that I'm, like, looking for a new doctor. I liked my old doctor. He just is, like, on the complete other side of the city from me. And then I was like, oh, and, like, I would just like them to be knowledgeable about, like, gay and queer issues. You know, it's, like, important. There are, like, this computer never makes random noises like that. And of course, when I am over here rambling on, it's got to pop up with something. So anyways, I was like, oh yeah, I would like somebody knowledgeable of LGBTQ issues. And the woman on the phone that I was talking to was like, oh, you want the LGBTQ doctor. I know the one. And I was like, what do you mean the one? like y'all have a go-to LGBTQ doctor? I was like, I don't know. But I said, okay, work. If he's gay, if he knows about gay things, then let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. And this is actually important because, you know, in other settings, like, one time, like, well, I don't need to get into details, but in medical settings, I've had, like, doctors, medical staff, etc. not know about LGBTQ stuff and ask really insensitive questions. Surely not intentionally, but, like, because they're not aware, they've asked, like, questions that maybe you wouldn't ask to a person who is gay or queer or whoever, whatever. So anyways, all that to say is I'm going somewhere new tomorrow. And if this gas issue, if I have not farted this gas out, if I have not burped this gas out, then hopefully you can help me find some relief. But in the meantime, between time, if y'all do want to help my engagement on this video, because I know this video is probably not going to perform like a normal little, like, Zachary Michael reacting to Amber Lynn Reid video would perform on my channel. So if y'all want to help with the engagement by diagnosing me in the comments, have at it. Have at it. Let me know. Although, don't get me too scared or nervous. Don't tell me that, like, I'm going to die or something. I don't need to hear all that. quite yet in this moment, but you know, if it's a simple fix, let me know that. If you're gonna come out here with these conspiracy theories and speculation that I might be dying from something bigger, I don't need to hear it. Just let me die. No, I'm not serious. I'm not serious. Don't let me die. But I just, let me live in ignorance at least until I get to the doctor tomorrow. Is that fair? Is that fair? Do you think I think that's fair. I really do. Now, listen, I'm sitting over here talking about my gas problems and this, that, the other, and things that are not helping me. Well, I do think, you know, that real good burp I was talking about having a little bit ago? I do think the reason I burped real good is because I took a drink of this good old carbonated diet soda. So I do think that got some stuff turning, but it also probably isn't helping, is it? If you also want to help my engagement by telling me how bad diet soda is for me, whether it's specific to this situation or just in general, because you're worried about me and the aspartame, have at it too, okay? Listen, you can't tell me nothing I ain't never heard about Diet Coke at this point. You can't tell me nothing I ain't never heard about aspartame, Diet Coke. I was looking for the ingredient list. I'm like, I always forget, does this really have aspartame in it? Carbonated water, caramel color, aspartame, phosphoric acid, potassium benzoate, and natural flavors. Citric acid again. Wait, no, that's not again. The other one was phosphoric acid. And caffeine. Oh. False alarm. False alarm. False alarm. I thought this whole video is just you waiting on pins and needles for me to burp. The whole video is just you sitting over here waiting. It is they or won't they burp? But anyways, the point of the video, what the title and probably thumbnail of the video indicate that I'm here to talk about today, which is just an update about the old camel toe moose knuckle picture, okay? That's what the update is about, because I have to tell you, so I posted the recap of Amber Lid's live stream, right? And in there, I addressed the camel toe picture. I even put it up on the screen. I'll do it again just in case you forgot what picture we're talking about, what camel toe we're discussing. But anyways, I did all that, and then I was just so tickled with myself. But also, on Friday night, I did do a legal in the state of Illinois edible. I took one, and I was just thinking things were so funny. And I was like, oh, you know who's gonna think this camel toe thing is hilarious? It's gonna be my loving and adoring partner, Noel. And so I was like, I gotta tell Noel about this, because, you know, Noel was, if you remember the story, okay, if you don't remember the story, the too long didn't watch, I posted this picture. The whole reason I posted the picture is because my loving and adoring partner, Noel, told me, oh my gosh, like, we look cute, nobody will notice the camel toe, like, we look real good, just post it. You should just post it, okay? You should just do it, it's fine, don't worry about it. Nobody's gonna notice the camel toe. And everybody noticed the camel toe, okay? Lots of people noticed it, lots of people messaged me, and then somebody asked old Amber Lynn Reed in her live stream if she saw my camel toe, and then she was like, oh, I don't know, don't you call that a moose knuckle if it's somebody that has a penis, blah, 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 like a whole lot of conversation about my genitals, because we're talking about my camel toe, my moose knuckle, my whoever, whatever. So I show Noel this, and Noel does think it's all very funny. Noel starts laughing, and I'm like, okay, so you agree this is funny. Great. I'm glad we're on the same page about this. This is hilarious. And just to be clear, I really don't care. Well, I don't care about my moose knuckle being shown. I really don't care about that. I do care about what I'm about to tell you, okay? Because during this moment, I'm showing all of this to Noel, and I showed the video. Well, I showed my Instagram stories to Noel first, and then I showed the part in the video where I talked about it. And then Noel says, yeah, well, Zach, I gotta tell you something. And I was like, what could you possibly want to tell me? What's there to tell? What do I need to know about the situation? I'm having another burp, false alarm. I can feel it. Oh. It feels like it's coming. No. it's surely not coming. So anyways, Noel's like, yeah, listen, Zach, I very much did notice the camel toe, but I just wanted you to post it because I looked cute in that picture. I said, excuse me? And he was like, yeah, well, I just felt like I was really cute and I was worried you wouldn't post it because of the camel toe, so I just said nobody'll notice. So this is about you. This is about you. This is about my loving and adoring partner looking cute. And which, like, let's be very fucking serious. Noel looked very cute in that photo, okay? Noel looked very cute in that photo. We could have cropped me out of it. We could have cropped, like, below my waist out of it. I could have put a whole fucking, like, emoji or something over my camel toe. We could have done all kinds of things. But Noel, who was more concerned about looking cute on my Instagram, was like, no, don't worry about it. Nobody will say anything. Nobody. Who would possibly say anything about old Zachary Michael's camel toe? Nobody on this corner of the internet would ever say something about somebody's camel toe. I was just like, Noel, you really set me up. You really fucking set me up. and so that's the update I wanted to give you about that, because I was just so taken back, because I really, in that video that I posted, I said, it's not Noel's fault. Ultimately, it's my responsibility for posting what I post on the internet, right? Like, Noel didn't make me do nothing. Noel didn't put a gun to my head and say, post this. And I still stand by that, but it is sort of Noel's fault. Let's be fucking serious right now. It is, now that I know his motives, now that he's come clean, the Hillary Duff come clean hit single, now that he's come clean, yeah, it's at least a little bit his fault. It's just at least a tiny bit his fault, and I won't accept anything else. So that I just needed to share that. I needed to just get that off my chest, like I need to get this gas out of my body. It was just pushing on me and weighing heavy on my chest. And so I'm glad that I've been able to share that information with y'all. I'm glad we can all be on the same page about my loving and adoring partner. I do still love Noel, just for the record. And it also has been very funny and unintentionally created some good content for me, including today's video. But anyways, I never even really fully finished explaining why. I guess what I didn't finish telling y'all, that the reason that we're doing this today is because this is all I can do. This is all I can muster up today, on top of having to go work out and go live stream later. All I can muster up is this like quick 20-ish minute video about me talking about the camel toe, because it's going to have very few edits in it. I might edit out, I think I heard earlier, a siren. I might edit that out. But we're just doing the bare minimum today, because, gosh golly, gee willikers, I need this burping and this farting to happen. Like yesterday, okay? I need some relief. I do. I really do. So I'm gonna, try to spend the rest of my time when I'm not making this video right here, trying to just relax and maybe burp. And maybe burp just a little bit. Okay? Ooh, false alarm again. Yep. So... That's truly all I have time for today. Thanks so much. If you, for whatever reason, did stick it out through this whole embarrassing ass video, you're a rock star. Thank you so much for supporting me no matter what ridiculous content I post today. And of course, also, if you're somehow brand new to my channel and you saw me talking about my camel toe in the title and thumbnail and said, this is the video somebody I need to check out, well, thank you so much, and please do consider subscribing to my channel. Make sure to click the bell button so you get notifications for the next time I'm over here talking about my moose knuckle. And of course, leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you back here in my next video. Hopefully less bloated, less gassy. I love you all. Bye!